Hey guys, it's Sharon and welcome back to another video. Today we are recapping my makeup from the previous week. I have a lot of thoughts, and then we will also shop my stash for next week. So if you want to just skip ahead to that, I'll put the timestamp here when we get to the shop my stash. But if you are curious to hear a review of the products that I picked from last week, stay tuned. I do have some maybe unpopular opinions you might be interested in. I'm also curious to know if anyone else has these same shared opinions. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, it's Red Friday. It's the Friday before the Super Bowl. I'm filming this a day earlier than I normally would simply because I disliked this last week's makeup so much. I cannot wait for a change. I did not enjoy getting ready most days. I was not excited about it because after using these products one or two times, I was just like over it. Didn't love a lot of what I had picked for the previous week. So let's start with complexion. Today I'm not even wearing foundation. I am just wearing this L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. It was a work from home Friday. I didn't have a lot going on and I didn't like my foundation I picked. So this is what I just slapped on all over my face to give me a healthy glow. And honestly, I like that. So this was a winter product. We all know that. It's a great little luminizing face lotion alone or under makeup or as a highlight. For face, I pulled my e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. I don't like it. That might be an unpopular opinion. Let me know down below if you like it or don't like it. I know a lot of people really love this. I don't like it. It was okay, but it wasn't great. It did kind of cling to dry patches. I mean, it does say soft matte. No, it's not even matte. It's a satin foundation. This was more matte than some of my matte foundations. I have the shade 11 Fair Neutral. I do feel like that was a decent shade match for me, but overall, this foundation was a fail. I applied it with a brush, I applied it with a sponge, I applied a lot, I applied a little, I did double layers. Nothing I did made me love this foundation. It's gonna go. You'll be very happy to hear I used up my Bobbi Brown under eye corrector. I finished this bad boy off today. I am so happy that it's done. And just for reference, I opened this on July 7th of 2024. So July, 7 months. Took me just about 7 months to use this up because actually I think this might be the 7th. Is that wild? It is, it's the 7th today. So exactly 7 months to the day took me to use this up. Because I pretty much wore this exclusively since I got it. So I'm super happy that that's used up. It's going in the empties bin. For concealer this week, I pulled the Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. I do actually enjoy this one. It's pretty hydrating. I'm not wearing it today. I'm only wearing the under eye corrector. I went very minimal on my face. So I don't have this one on today to show you, but this is a pretty good shade match for me. I actually have my shade covered up, so that's annoying. I'm so sorry. But I did enjoy this. It's very hydrating. I feel like it smooths everything. You can pat it in again at the end of the day, like as it starts to crease and it kind of freshens it up. So this was a good product of the week. All right, another probably unpopular opinion, a big fail for me. Natasha Denona Glam Palette. I wanna love it. I wanna love it so very badly. When I look at it, it looks like something I would love, but every look I did with it, I was unhappy with. Every single one. It's just not for me. I don't know what it is. It must be the shades or something, but I have similar shades in other palettes that I like. So I don't know exactly what it is about this palette that I don't like, but I think this one's gonna be leaving my collection. For mascara this week, I pulled the Benefit Roller Lash. This will also be leaving my collection and I'm kind of sad about it, but I don't have time to sit around and wipe away smudged mascara under my eyes. I don't got time for that anymore. This is gonna go. I wore it on its own today without my primer. I will say the CoverGirl primer helped it not to smudge, but not enough. It's still smudged. But I had a preschool tour this morning. I got in the car after the preschool tour and there was black all under my eye. from this mascara. I was so embarrassed. No one told me. My husband didn't tell me. The lady at the tour didn't tell me. Someone please tell me. If your makeup looks funny, I'm gonna tell you because I don't want you walking around that way, you know? Someone tell me when I look crazy. So this unfortunately is gonna go. I'm gonna mark it like on my do not buy list again because I actually really love everything else about it. I think it makes my lashes look really nice. I like the brush, but it smudges. I cracked open a brand new Too Faced Better Than Sex liner. I really love this. This and the chocolate version have risen the ranks to top liner favorites for me. The applicator is so sharp, it almost hurts. The only downside to this is that when it's fresh, it is very, very wet. So I don't know that it's beginner friendly because of that. It's, you could get crazy really fast, but because the brush tip is so precise, you can get a really fantastic wing. So this is a standout winner for me. Then the other product that I pulled that I didn't love this week and I believe will be leaving, I'll pass it on to a friend, was my ABH brow powder. I have mine in the shade Taupe. This was fine, but I felt like it was almost kind of hard to work with. Like, I need more from the powder. I needed to just do more faster. I felt like I had to work harder to achieve a brow that looked filled in with this versus using like my Milani brow powder that I've had for like 10 years. So I think this one, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to someone else that can use it. I did also pull out my Essence Eye Sparkle and I didn't end up using it this week, but I do know I love this product. I just didn't have an eye look that I felt like needed that. All right, moving on to face. I pulled my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This will also be leaving my collection this week. I don't like loose powder. I'm not going to bake. That era in my life is over. It's not happening. I would much prefer to use a pressed powder when I need to powder my face. This is just messy, it's big, it's bulky. I'm gonna give it to someone that will actually appreciate a pressed powder before it goes bad. It's leaving my collection. All right, a winner was the Pat McGrath Labs bronzer. This is in Naked Desire. It is absolutely perfect for my fair skin. I love this bronzer so, so much. I picked it up at TJ Maxx for a hefty discount, and I love this. This was a standout product. Another that I really enjoyed using this week was my Tarte blush in Partey. Really nice, like cool tone, mauve-y type blush. Really, really pretty. Then a product that will be leaving my collection is my Juvia's Place highlighter. I found with this one, either it was too intense or not intense enough. Like either I was way too heavy-handed or when I tried to go lighter, you could barely see it. And I have a lot of other highlighters that are very similar to this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let this one go. I didn't enjoy it on my face this week, so I'm gonna let it go. For my cream products, they were all winners. I'm wearing all of the cream products today, although they've probably worn off as the day went on because I have nothing else holding them onto my face. But I used my e.l.f. bronzer contour and blush, the camo liquid, whatever they are. My bronzer contour is in the shade Fair, and my blush is in the shade Bold Faced Lilac. I really loved both of these. I enjoyed using them throughout the week. I applied them both with a sponge and a brush and enjoyed the application process and final effect with both application methods. For highlight this week, I pulled out my JOA Glow Liquid Highlighter. This is really pretty and like a pinky highlighter. Really beautiful. It's got kind of like a shift to it that's like pinkish lavender. So really nice and cool toned. I would pop it on the back of my hand just like that and then either use my finger to sort of like tap it on the cheeks, or I would use a brush or whatever to just place it where I want it. I will say this feels pretty like emollient when you first put it down. It does eventually dry down, but it does feel kind of tacky at first, or like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got like a balm. Like it almost feels like a balm, even though it's like a cream, I don't know, or a liquid. Either way, I think this is a really unique liquid highlight and I really enjoyed using it. For lips, I had pulled out my Buxom Dolly lip liner and my ABH liquid lipstick in Rosy Mauve. I'm wearing just this alone today without the liner. They did pair very nicely together. I wore each of them on their own. These will both be staying in my collection. I enjoyed them both, and they are winners. So just a quick recap of what's leaving. We are getting rid of the Natasha Denona Glam palette, the Juvia's Place Highlight, e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation, Benefit Roller Lash, ABH Brow Powder, and Laura Mercier Setting Powder. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 products leaving this week. I feel really okay with that. I feel very at peace about this. I think this is the only one that I feel like about, because I really do enjoy the mascara. But again, I don't have time for it to be smudging. I know I bought it when it was on sale, so it was probably like 12 bucks when I bought it, and it's already starting to dry up a little bit. I opened this one in September, so we're getting there, you know, up to where it's almost at the 6-month mark anyways. It's starting to dry out. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, if you are ever interested in the palettes I'm decluttering, I do sanitize those and pop them on Macari. So if you're ever interested in that, you can look me up on Macari and check out what I've got going there. I do also share that on my Instagram when I list new things. I don't think I promote my Instagram very often, so if you do want to follow me over there, it's Sharon J. Palmer 8. I'll have it linked. I will occasionally post like makeup of the day or my makeup drawer of the week, or random little tidbits that I want to share either in stories or on my feed. So feel free to give me a follow there. And yeah, I'll stop rambling. Let's go ahead and shop my stash. All right, let's start with palettes. I need an eye palette this week that will motivate me, because I was so disappointed last week in the Natasha Denona Glam palette. So I'm definitely not picking the bronze palette. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll pull out this Nude Bliss just right out the top. I really haven't used it much, and it has a lot of tones that I really like. So maybe that one. What else? I don't give this bottom drawer enough love. There is also the Chocolates palette, which I also really like. Okay, maybe I'll consider one of those. What else? I don't want an all matte palette. I do want something with some shimmer. Like I need something to redeem you know? No on that. Maybe Nudie Cutie. Not feeling all the pink. This is February. Tartlet, no. I really have barely touched this Jacqueline palette. Maybe I'll try to get creative with that one. That's a contender. What else? Violet Voss. This just bottom drawer hardly ever gets any love. I'm thinking no on the Violet Voss. I know I love the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox. I really do. But I feel like I just used it not too long ago, so I need to leave it be. Let's see. Okay. Out of Nude Bliss, Chocolates, and Jacqueline. What are we thinking? I feel like Chocolates and Jacqueline are kind of similar. Jacqueline's not as warm. Got more cool tones. I'm thinking maybe the Chocolates palette. We're pivoting. I'm going with the Jacqueline palette. I don't know why I haven't ever looked at it before, but like the rows are set up as color stories. I don't know why my eyes never saw that before. It's literally the first time I'm making that connection in my brain. And I've barely used this palette, so let's use this. All right, so cream, bronzer, highlight, blush, all that good stuff. Okay, I've got the palette open and I'm kind of looking at that while I choose. So I'm thinking for bronzer, let's pull out my Westman Atelier Biscuit contour stick. I really like that. So then let's also pull one of my Westman Atelier blushes. This one looks good. We'll do that one. That's the first one I grabbed. That's in Petal, by the way. And then for highlight, since those are both like stick products, let's go with the stick highlight. I don't have many, so I have this Ulta Beauty face highlighting stick. We'll go with that. All right, then, okay. I need a new brow product, so I think this week we'll pull in the ABH, what's this, the brow pomade? Pull that in. Then I need a mascara. So I already have my CoverGirl primer in my drawer. So we need a mascara. Let's go with Paradise Big Deal from L'Oreal. Let's go with that. Give it a try. Then I don't think I'm gonna pull in any singles. We need a liner. I think for liner, let's do again the Too Faced Better Than Sex, or should we do the chocolate? I feel like depending on the eyeshadow look, I could use either. So I think I'm actually gonna pull both of them. Then I still have my Makeup by Mario Perfect Brown pencil liner. I'm gonna keep that in the drawer. I'm still trying to use that up. And then I think maybe we'll pull in a chubby stick for some of these shimmers to lay down on. What would be a good one for that? Maybe, I think maybe this one from Kiko Milano. I think we'll pull that out. There's definitely warm and cool in that palette, so I feel like I need something that's more neutrally that will work for both. Let's pull in my lifter liner. That one is in, I don't remember, Line Leader. Pull that in. Then maybe we'll just keep it simple with a liner and a gloss, and we'll pull in my Moon Lifter Gloss. How's that? Instead of like a lipstick. I don't have any of the Jaclyn Cosmetics lip products. I don't have anything there. So I think we'll keep it simple with just that. All right, so now we need complexion. For that, I'm thinking we'll go with, I want a good foundation this week. Let's go with the Tier, the red Tier. I know I love this. I need a win this week, you know? So we're gonna go with Tier. And then I do need a different color corrector because I used up the Bobbi Brown. So let's pull in my Becca one. I'm close to using that one up too. It's probably like half gone. I lied. This I'm not going to use. I'm gonna declutter this. My sticker on the back says September of 23 is when I opened that, and it has a really strong smell that honestly I can't remember if that's how it's supposed to smell or if it's bad. So I'm gonna declutter that. So instead, I think my next oldest color corrector is this one, I think, from LA Girl. Let's pull that one in. Try to get that bad boy used up. And then for primer, let's go with, I'm gonna go with my Ripple Stay Matte for face primer. And concealer, to go on top of that Pro Conceal, let's do Catrice True Skin. I'm sure it's shaky. I'm so sorry. I need a better system for showing you guys my makeup drawer. Okay, so again, I feel like I need a more neutral shifting blush because there is cool and warm in that Jaclyn palette, and I plan to use both. So my first inclination is this one from Physicians Formula, my Butter Blush. I feel like that could go either way, and it's just a good neutral. So I'm gonna go with that. Oh, it smells so good. It's in Plum Rose. So I need a highlight and a bronzer. So for highlight, I hope you can even see my, they're right here. Highlight, let's see. I'm gonna go with my Clinique. I don't think I've used that one. The Power Pop Flower. I hope I haven't used that one yet. Lunar Pop. I'm gonna pull that one out. All right, so then in here we've got bronzer, powder, setting spray. I feel as though, oh my gosh, hello, for blush and bronzer, my Jaclyn palette, duh. I'm gonna pull that in. Oh, and I have her highlight. What am I even doing with myself? Okay, so we're gonna use that for blush bronzer. That also means I have her highlight. Don't mind my mess. Highlight, hello. Let's put away that other one. What was I even thinking? Then we might as well just, you know, complete it and go with the loose powder from Jaclyn. You know what? I think I have another Jaclyn product. I definitely have a Jaclyn highlight. Hello. Putting that one back. I don't know what I was thinking, not remembering I had all these Jaclyn Cosmetics products. I actually had more than I thought. And then I think for setting spray, I'm gonna pull out the Tier one just because I pulled the Tier foundation, and I actually don't think I've used these together, so we'll give them a go.